Okay, in this example, we're going to find the payments. And the payments is essentially this value. Sometimes they use an R to represent it, regular payments, with a future value. So let's say I want to save up a certain amount in the future. So I want my future value to be a certain amount. So let's say, oh, I don't know, I want to have $5,000 in the future. Well, there's a couple other things I have to put as parameters. What interest rate I get, and maybe I'm going to get 4% annually. Okay. And I'm going to do this, how many years do they say in that question? For 5 years. In 5 years, okay? So 5 years down the road, I want to have $5,000 and have a bank account that pays 4% annually, okay? Well, that means I want to know how much I have to put in every year, so once a year. So by compound period, go compounded yearly, okay? So that's how often we're going to stick money into the bank. So we're going to do this once a year. So what that means here is I'm going to replace my FV, okay, with $5,000. So let's kind of do this. So FV is $5,000. So I've just replaced it with that value. Need black again, good, is equal to, PMT is what we're trying to figure out, how much we pay each year, okay. 1 plus I. Now, I is technically the interest rate divided by the compound period. But because the compound period is only 1, our I is going to be whatever our interest rate was. So in this case, it's 0.04. Okay, and we'll kind of highlight that relationship too. So our I value is going to be 0.04. Means it's going to be the same there. And the same idea, our N, okay, our N is our number of years times compound period. In this case, compound period is 1, so it's whatever our years are. And our years in this case was 5. That's right. So let's highlight that relationship too. So 5 is N. Okay. So with that being said, now that we know all of our values, we subtract 1 and we're going to divide by 0.04. Okay. What we need to do here is we need to figure out all of this on a calculator very quickly. So we make this some number, and this number will be times PMT. So once we have that value, we're going to divide this side by that number and this side, and that'll tell us how much our payments need to be. So let's work this out on a calculator very quickly. I think we can do it all in one shot here. 1 plus this will be 1.04. Yeah. Okay. So we know that 1.04 to the power of 5. Okay, and then we're going to be subtracting that value by 1. Okay, actually, I might want to do. Okay. Then I'll subtract by 1. I'm going to do this one step at a time because I'm just not quite sure how good this calculator is. Let's delete that, take my answer from before, and subtract by 1. Okay, so now I have my value on top. And my last step would be to divide by 0.4. Divided by 0.4. And here's a value, 5.416, let's say. Okay. So this now equals, 5.416, is that what we said?
Yeah.
5.416. I believe that's right. Let's bring up our calculator. 5.416, great. So everything we did here, we equated to be 5.416, okay? And that's going to be equal to the $5,000 we want to make. Well, the goal here is to isolate for PMT. So in order to do that, I'm going to need to move this, because it's multiplication, to the other side. And when we do that, we'll have to divide. So we're going to divide 5,000 by 5.416. Okay? So I take out my calculator, and luckily my calculator saves answers, so I can go 5,000 divided by my answer from above. So it's going to be very accurate because it took every decimal, is equal to $923.14. So 900. Oh, jeez. 900, what did we say? $23. 14 cents. Thank you.